Welcome to the deep woods of North Florida.
Hey everybody.
We're back.
Yep, we hadn't done.
I've always wanted to say that.
Oh, we hadn't done one of these sit downs in a while, but you know, we're gonna catch you up today on everything going on here lately. It's been cold, you know, so sitting down
Cold
out
and
here
wet.
is not an option. We had several rainy storms come through.
Yep.
So basically we've been kind of relegated to the cook shed and watching me make supper. Cook shed is kind of like trying to show you that you can do it even today on a really, really tight budget. You know, you can make really great meals that don't cost a ton of money. And
Yeah.
I really try to drive that home.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
really, now that you bring that up, let's kind of go there for just a minute or two. We got a lot of new people, right? But, you know, when we started the channel, you know, we were going to basically just kind of, you know, roll through our life and what it's like out here and kind of relate to other people and have other people kind of relate to us, you know? I mean, we ain't got no, you know, big old fancy homestead, but we got us a nice little simple life, right?
Yeah.
And so Tammy goes, well, what are we gonna do? And I said, there's a lot of young people out there that need to learn how to cook, Tammy.
Yeah.
You know? And they need to learn how to cook on
Frugally.
frugally. And so Tammy's thing is she wanted to teach people how to do scratch cooking.
Yeah, scratch.
Yeah.
Cook from scratch. You know what's in it. You know, even if you're using questionable items, at least you know what that item is. And there's not a list that long on the back of the box that you don't even know what it is.
Nope,
you know,
it's either
so.
chicken,
Yep.
hamburger.
Pasta, rice,
Yeah.
noodles. I mean, you know, use simple one name ingredients. You know?
One name, yeah. Tammy likes to call all the other stuff science experiments.
Yeah. I call stuff science experiments when I don't know what anything on the label is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll read it. You know, I'll be talking like my dad or somebody else. Or no, wait, what was it? It was like Keith the other day. Remember we was talking to him about, you know, that seasoning he was telling us about? And I said, can you read everything on the label? And he said, yeah. He said, there's this one word down here. I don't know what it says. And I said, we'll have to take a look at it. But no, it turned out to be pretty decent.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right.
Anyway, yeah, so Tammy's kitchen and her cooking in there is her way of trying to help everybody get through all the times that we're in.
Yeah. Yeah. When
Yeah.
groceries are going up 40 to 50% year over year, yeah, you need to back it down and go back to basics. You
Yeah.
really do. And speaking of that, I'm so tickled. Our local elementary school had a chili cook-off last night, and my son asked me to come over and help him make chili to take, you know, to enter his chili in the cook-off. We won. We won. Yes, we did. We won.
Yeah, we did.
We sure did.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And
The boys got to go up on stage and
Yeah.
they got them, you said they got themselves a little trophy,
The
about that
trophy.
big.
Oh my goodness, the trophy was like 2 inches tall. It was so funny, but they were so proud that, you know, because they're only 5 and 8, and they were so proud
Yeah.
that they won the chili cook-off. You know, so that made my day.
And let's see, what else? Oh, Essie. Let's tell about Essie.
Yeah.
Essie, our cat, which is, you know, a lot of you guys know, but probably half of you don't even know Essie.
Yeah.
Essie is our feral cat.
They're fighting again.
Yeah.
I got 2 roosters that just think they got to fight all day long.
3. There's 3 in there.
I know, but only 2 of them fight.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Essie has domesticated herself.
Yeah, we this little cat,
Kitty,
she was probably, I don't know, she couldn't have been more than 10 weeks old. Showed up in the yard, skinny, hungry, and you know, at that time we still had Roscoe, which was a pit bull, and he hated cats. He absolutely hated cats. Well, let me tell you, Essie wasn't having it. The first time he ran at her, she took her claws and she went all the way down the front of his nose. Now, Roscoe was 13, okay? He was not fast anymore, you know, but he still didn't like cats. He thought he was gonna make a run at Essie, and even as young as she was, she did. She tore his nose up, took me 3 weeks to get the sores off of his nose. He left her alone from that moment on.
She's about 2.5 years old
And now, yep, she's about 2.5.
This was her second winter with us, and you could not get her in the house. I mean, if you tried to walk in the door with her and hold her, she wouldn't walk in the house. But and she is still finicky. I mean, she
has her moments.
When she wants love,
yeah, like any cat.
It's on demand.
But the thing about her, you know, it took 2 years, you know, from just letting you pet her on her back to
just feeding her every day.
You know, just taking care of her. She finally, after all this time, trusts us now. The first cold snap we had, she ran in the house, got on the couch, and didn't move. 2 days later, she was up in our bed, okay? Now she thinks that's where she lives.
Yeah, and she sits there and she waits for somebody to wake up so that they can give her the attention
that she deserves.
That she so rightly deserves. You know, you just can't pet her when you feel like it. You know, you gotta pet her when she feels like it. You know?
Which here lately is more and more and more.
Well, she's all alone out here in this world, just kind of like we are. You know, she doesn't have, you know, any friends. So I guess we're her only friends, honey.
Yeah. Well, anyway, she plays and plays. She's over there playing now.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching her. She's like attacking the tops of grass and the cinder block.
Yeah.
Boy, if I could only be entertained that easily.
Yeah, I know. And then I go to do a load of laundry today, and I guess I'm going to be back to my buckets because my washer will not spin. Would not spin. I hung clothes out at like 10 o'clock this morning. They're still wringing, soaking wet. So.
Yeah. I figured out what's wrong with it. I'm going to have to tear it down. I'll do a video.
Yeah, it's always when I get time.
But anyway, we made time to come out here today, guys.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to let you know I got on my Sunday best.
Yep, he did.
You know, which I got brand new overalls for Christmas. I had to go exchange
Shaved his beard. He doesn't look quite like Phil Robertson today.
No. I'm actually trying to look like Phil Robertson right now.
No.
I saw another video and the guy, you know, he started growing his beard down here like this. And he was actually accused of trying to look like Phil Robertson. But he had cool sunglasses too now.
Yeah, no.
I got cool sunglasses. As soon as I get down here, I'll wear those.
I know. No.
Tammy likes me to get a little bushy, and she says, "Oh, you just look like Randy." But then when I go in and trim up, then she goes, "Oh yeah, that's much better."
That's much better.
Yeah.
Much better. Trimmed is better.
So anyway, I didn't go into a full-blown trim. I just kind of, you know, cleaned off my cheeks so I could look presentable.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, other than that, and I got on my new little pink shirt.
It's not pink.
Well, what is it then?
It's like a, I forget what they call it. Anyway, it's a good looking shirt. Whatever.
Well, Mac, one of our viewers, said, "Rainey, that's a nice pink shirt you have." He says, "I like your new pink shirt." So is it pink? Is it mauve?
It's
What
like
is
a
it?
peach color.
It's like a
It's kind of like a peach color.
well blended peach or something like that. I guess.
Something.
Been working on the boat.
Yeah.
You know, I did do a video on, you know, a little bit of sanding and grinding and walking around it, showing you what I got to do to it. I've got about another 2 or 3 hours of sanding on it, or grinding, and then it'll be ready to start with the repair work.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a major step.
Yeah.
Bo's been sitting there waiting on me about 2.5 years.
Yeah. Just sitting there.
Just sitting there. But there haven't been any crabs out in the water, so I haven't worried about it. Everything's pretty much, no, there's been a lot that's been going on. You know, it's just, you know, day-to-day life, guys.
Yeah.
You know, some days, you know, we feel good, and then other days, like when it's cold, wet, and raining,
Cold, wet,
and you can't do nothing, you feel like you're confined,
Yeah.
And
That's the only time our fifth wheel feels small, is when it's really, really cold or it's raining cats and dogs. It just feels closed in.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, but we do spend a lot of time out in the cook shed.
Yeah.
You know, most of our evening.
Yeah.
And then we go inside, and then we have the, you know, Tammy loves to watch the big TV.
Mhm.
It's really big, guys.
It is. It's ridiculous.
It goes from one side of the camper to the other.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'd have never bought a TV that big, but you know.
Well, she wouldn't, but I did. I saved up my dollars for that one right there. We just had this little 50 inch. No, it wasn't but that big.
It's plenty big enough.
Okay. I like sitting in there, and I like going to the theaters, guys. Okay, so I like when I'm watching the television, I want to go. I want to dart from side to side.
Yeah, because we definitely don't do that anymore.
No movie theaters.
No movie theaters. I can make popcorn at home. That cost me $25.
Yeah.
And then $25 for the movie, $25 for the popcorn, $10 for some milk duds.
I can't even remember the
thank
last
you.
time I was at a movie. I don't even remember what the last movie was that I had seen in the theater.
Gosh. I think our grandson might have been 12, so that would be 9 years ago.
8, 9, 10 years ago.
Yeah,
He's 21 now.
Yeah, he's
so.
21, so it's been about 9 years since we went to the movie theater. You know, and we took them to see something they wanted to see.
Now, I would have gone to see Top Gun.
Yeah, would have.
Would have, but one of the apps on my phone, which was a streaming service that didn't last very long, they had Top Gun on there as soon as it come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I put that on the big TV and we watched Top Gun.
Yeah, we watched it.
We did, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Bootlegging.
It was bootlegging. I confess that I watched a bootleg version of Top Gun, but it was actually like it was in the theater.
Yeah.
Can I get in trouble for that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Freezers are full, the fridges are full, the shelves are full. Tammy can't think of possibly anything that she can get.
Yeah, you know.
She ain't got no room for anything else in
I
there.
know. That's a great feeling, y'all. You know, I generally, like twice a year, I save $50 a month that doesn't go to anything, anywhere, anytime. And I save $300, and then that is just for basic staples.
So we was gonna go shopping last week, and what did you say?
I can't think of nothing I really need. I'm not, so I'm just hanging on to the money. I'm not spending it. I'm not going, ooh, woohoo. I'm just hanging on to it because, as you guys know, grocery prices just keep sliding on up. I may need that as buffer for my week, you know, my bi-weekly groceries or whatever. You know, I'm just gonna hang on to it, and if I, you know, find something I'm kind of low on, I'll get it. But, you know, it's funny, the last like four or five cooking videos I did were trying to move stuff out that was from like 2021 that is still sitting on the shelf just because we can't go through it as fast as I put it away. And so stuff would have like 2/15/21, you know,
Oh, her
11,
pasta that
22.
was over a year old.
Oh no, it was like 3 years old. It was 2021. That pasta was from 21. I forgot what it was called. It'd been so long.
And she had it jarred up. She had it sealed, and it, you know, it lasted all this time. I didn't know it. Nothing wrong with.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
Uh-oh. That's why I like vacuum sealing. I do.
She does that. And then last night we did a video on, you know, on her veggie broth.
Yeah.
You know, she saves her onions and stuff up like that, and you know, she normally would like do canning.
Yeah, I would normally can
on that, but you know, the thing of it is, you know, she puts them in the jars, and she doesn't even use the jars, or she does use the jars
faster than
she can jar them up.
Right.
So she just decided to go ahead and bag them up and stuff them in the freezer.
Yeah, I decided for us, as much as I actually use it, I may as well freeze it versus taking all that time to pressure can it.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I mean, worst come to worst, and I run out of power, I can take it out of the bag and put it in a jar and still pressure can it. So, you know, for us, you know, as fast as I go through it, that's a better way to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as anything else out here, guys, you know, I mean, there's not a whole lot.
Yeah, it just moves kind of slow. Life just moves kind of slow.
And it's kind of like a great feeling. I mean, we don't have like a lot of, you know, we are kind of prepared, you know, if anything, you know, somewhat, you know, to the extent that we feel that we need to be,
Yeah.
you know, to handle any kind of, you know, anything hitting the fan kind of thing. You know, as soon as something hits the fan, well, you know, start throwing the eggs in the incubator and start throwing the
Rabbits
together and,
Yeah.
you know, in a couple of months, you know, we're producing massive amounts of meat.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of like the way we think about it, like that. And then we have our garden. We got enough on the shelves and in the fridges and the freezers. If today something happened,
By the time I went through that,
we would
I would have something.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, we could
Yeah.
probably go a year without really.
Right.
We'd probably be scraping after a year.
Yeah,
but we'll get out into the garden,
Yeah.
and we'll have more veggies and more things. You know, our diet will change a little bit.
Yeah, it'd probably change a lot, but we can do it.
We can do it. So anyway, and Tammy is a wizard with, you know, the spices in her kitchen, and that's kind of like why I took her and in the channel in the direction that we kind of did. We're not like 100% in that direction, and
Right.
Tammy by no means, she'll tell you today, she keeps telling me we need to tell them that this is not just a cooking
Yeah,
channel.
it's not just a cooking channel. It's just that
You
that
know.
is one way, no matter where you live, that you can save money.
Yeah, because
It
you
is.
know, you can be on a homestead and you can be, you know, doing all the right things. You know, oh, I've got my milk, I got my veggies, I got my meat, and well, what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
And that's what Tammy's job is. Tammy's job is to teach you guys and to show the younger folks how to go about preparing meals.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll take 2 or 3 spices and she'll take 2 or 3 different things throughout the week, and you won't even know, you won't even know that you had chicken 4 times that week.
Yeah. Yeah, kids can, my kids can definitely attest to that. The cheapest thing you could buy when the kids were small, it's nowhere near that now. I mean, my kids grew up in the 80s and 90s, and you know, a 40-pound box of chicken was like $12.99. Okay, so I'd have 40 pounds of chicken. They could have chicken 4 to 5 days a week.
We bought our chicken 40-pound boxes.
40-pound bags at a time. I'd come home, divide it up into meals, put it in the freezer, and
Tammy would go stop off at Rebels on the way home, pick up a box of chicken.
box of chicken.
And that's what we did. I mean, there was no call. That was staple.
Yeah.
That was like, you know, when that paycheck went through, bam.
Yep, leg quarters, $12.99.
Yep.
You know, for years. It stayed that for years. And then, you know, they'd put hamburger on sale or whatever, and I would buy, you know, 10 pounds or 15 pounds at a time. That'd be, you know, for us, actually. I never cooked less than 2 pounds of hamburger at any meal.
Yeah.
After the kids got about
I
6
want to say
years
something
old.
before we get too far in here, because, you know, a lot of you guys are probably seeing us for the first time,
Oh,
and you hadn't even seen one of the cooking videos.
right.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's true.
So, well, I'm going to tell you, because that was Annette. That was Annette. She's up in like Ontario or Toronto, Canada somewhere, right? But Tammy made a dish called Heavenly Meatloaf. That's what I call it. Okay? And if you haven't made that yet, you're missing out. And if there was a dish I was going to recommend that you make, that's the one you need to go watch.
He does. He loves that stuff.
Oh, and the buttery, creamy potato and ham casserole. I was just telling Tammy, I said, you need to go out there and make that for me for lunch.
I thought he would have told you about the bell peppers. He loves stuffed bell peppers.
Oh, I love stuffed bell peppers too, but that meatloaf, you can put that in them bell peppers and it's gonna be good. Yeah. You know, I mean, one of the biggest things that we have to look forward to out here is eating.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah, he looks forward to dinner.
I look forward
What's for
to-
dinner? What's for dinner?
Well, you know, I mean, actually the dinners are pretty exciting, you know, because they do taste so good, and you know, Tammy is just, you know, she's out there. Oh God, I'm dreading what we're gonna have for dinner tonight, though.
Yeah. We're gonna shoot for a video, but if it tastes horrible, It'll never see the light of day.
Oh no, I'm gonna put it up only because I told you that I didn't want to eat it, and she's gonna make me eat it, and we're having duck.
My son-in-law brought me a duck, and I am so dumb. It had just been killed.
No, he unloaded on her. He
No.
said, "You want some bell peppers?" So he bring her some bell peppers, and in the bell peppers was a duck.
Anyway,
okay, so he snuck that one in to get rid of it.
anyway, it had just been cleaned and they had frozen, and dumb me forgot he gave it to me, and I left it in the truck overnight. So obviously it thawed. So today I got it back in the fridge, and it has to get cooked today because we don't waste anything. You know, there was nothing wrong with it. It just sat out overnight. We're gonna eat it.
You better have some potato casserole on the side.
So anyway, I found a recipe that I think will be good, but we'll see.
She's gonna make some potato ham casserole on the side.
I am not.
You watch.
He's gonna eat duck and like it.
Of course, everybody says, you can do what she says. You have to eat duck and like it.
We'll see. Anyway, it may never see the light of day, but we're going to give it a
No,
shot.
I'm going to put it out. There ain't no doubt about it. Because, you know, if you guys don't like duck, then you can watch me not like duck.
Yeah, we've only had duck, honestly.
Maybe 3 times.
Yeah, maybe 3 times, and none.
37 years.
Yeah, and none of them we really like.
No. And then our neighbor, Tammy told our neighbor that we was going to have duck, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, me and John tried duck before. We didn't like it.
Yeah, we didn't like it. It was tough.
Yeah, so I'm sitting in the camper, you know, and I said, Tammy, I said, are you really going to try to shove that down my throat? I got to eat duck. But whatever.
We may find that we love duck.
Well, maybe she found a recipe that she
Yeah.
could maneuver around that will make it taste good.
Yeah, we're going to give it a shot.
But I highly doubt it.
We're going to give it a shot.
Okay. I'm going to let you see me do taste test on that one.
Me too.
Okay, but yeah, okay. Well, I think we started off saying something. You know, the cooking in the channel. You know, really, we was talking about you got to know how to cook it.
Yeah.
You know, even if you know how to produce it. Did I ever finish talking about that?
I don't know.
I don't either. But yeah, we went that direction because scratch cooking is the best cooking. And if you're going out and you're hunting in the woods and you're bringing back meat for the homestead, you need to learn how to do scratch cooking. That too.
Most everybody lives in apartments and condos, honey. You just need to learn how to put up individual items
Who told you
in your
that?
pantry. My granny. Okay?
You lived on a farm and and we're living out here in the woods, and your granny's telling you everybody else lives in apartments.
No, it's you too. Don't you guys live in apartments? Most of
Write down in the comments if you live in a suburb or an apartment.
you.
Or you live out in the deep woods.
You still need a pantry of foods that you
Well, yeah.
eat every day that don't cost a whole lot of money, and that you can make 25 meals, different things out of the same ingredients.
And you need chickens and rabbits. Anyway, guys, I just want to kind of bring you up to speed on our state of preparedness.
Okay?
I'm ready.
As ready as we can be.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I mean, bring it on. You know what I mean? You know, Tammy was out here the other day and she was talking about, oh God, you know, we're supposed to have all these comforts. And I said, honey, we move out into the woods so that we can get toughened up so that we ain't got to worry about being comfortable.
Yeah, well, my idea of comfort is, you know,
As long as it's available.
Dish soap and laundry soap and bath soap, and, you know, as long as it's available and I can go to the store and get it, I want to go get it. I don't want to make my own. Can I? Yes.
I wouldn't call that a level of comfort.
That is a level of comfort.
That is you know, those are just things that you can use. But I wouldn't call that comfort. Comfort to me is like the air conditioning, soft bed to lay in, heat when you need it, you know, propane gas. You know, that's what I'm calling comfort.
Well, we need more of that too.
No, but you know, I just, what my deal is, I mean, the rougher it gets, the more comfortable I feel. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because I got so sick and tired of going out there and working and having to make money to make sure everybody else was comfortable that I was miserable. Okay? And when we finally decided to walk away from all that stuff and come out here and live out here in these woods, that's where I found my comfort zone. You know why? Because I didn't have to worry about making the rest of the world comfortable. You know, I just have to worry about the only two people in this world right now. I just have to make sure that we're comfortable.
Okay.
If I'm comfortable, she's comfortable.
Yeah, well, when he don't have clean sheets, then he won't be comfortable. So I still have to go buy a laundry soap.
Just give me a sleeping bag and a campfire. I'll go out there and lay by that sucker. You know? I mean, honestly and truly, I mean, the rougher it gets for me, guys, the better I like it. And Tammy she
No, it was rough out here when we got here, and we finally got it to a point that it's not.
Oh yeah,
So,
you keep talking for a second. I'm gonna show you guys our hot water heater. When we moved out here, you know, it's been laying over here. I've been meaning to do a video about it, but I'm gonna go over here and grab this, and I'm gonna show you this hot water heater I got.
Yeah, it was pretty ingenious, actually.
Keep talking.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, he's going to get this hot water heater, or the parts for the hot water heater.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, when we moved out here, you know, we lost a shower, we lost a hot water heater. I mean, we lost a lot of stuff in that first camper that we had to live without. And then we had an ice machine that was water cooled.
Water cooled.
And it spit out warm water.
Yeah.
So we would use that and hook it onto, you know, hook a hose up to it, and then we'd use that to take a shower. I mean, we really didn't have the means financially in order to be able to take care of that. When we moved out here, when I said I want it rough,
He meant rough.
hey, I loved it. I love being innovative and ingenuitively speaking. Ingenuity, whatever. I am MacGyvered the heck out of this sucker right here. And if you don't know what this is a smokestack. I can see you. This is a smokestack for a chimney, for like a wood burning stove. And what I did is I took some copper wire and I coiled it up. Can you see it like that right there? Okay, and then I put 2 water connectors on the end of each one. This thing would actually still work today. Hook a water hose through that, and then I would stand this smokestack up on top of a turkey burner, and we'd light that sucker up, and I had it hooked to a shower head, actually in our wood pallet shower. I'm gonna build one of them for you guys out here too. I did like a number 9 shape wood pallet constructed. You know, you could walk in and walk around, and you had this little 4x4 area, you know, and I put a shower head in there, and I hooked that sucker to it, and we lit it up. I had one with hot water, with hot and cold water attached.
Cold water.
And you could, you know,
Adjust it,
and then you can take your shower. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
You know, so, but that is the hot water heater. I was telling you guys about that. Now, the one we have right now is a whole lot different. I mean, it's modern and it's engineered properly and correctly to produce the right amount of heat, you know, with the right adjustments. But back in the day when we moved out here, those weren't readily available. And the ones that they did have that were available were in the multi-hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay, and then over the years, I guess with all this, you know, hit the fan kind of stuff and being off grid, the competitions got kind of steep, and they actually got down low enough that we could actually afford to buy one. And so I did. And I put one in there, and we've been using it. That's a great way to like get that rat hole cleaned out, and I'll take you in there and I'll show you. We've got it hoarded and stacked and piled to death in there too.
Yeah,
okay?
I need to move some stuff.
Yeah, we got to move some stuff, clean some stuff out, and do some pressure washing in there. But yeah, we got, actually, if you go watch my hot water heater videos from last year when it froze, you got kind of get an idea of what it is. I do show the hot water heater in there. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, you know, that is the hot water heater I've been telling you guys about. And so I just, you know, it's sitting right there, so I'll just go ahead and show it to you. That bring back memories, honey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh? The wood pallet shower?
Yep, my wood pallet shower.
Yeah.
It worked.
Hey,
It worked.
did you like it?
Yeah, because
Well, it's better than taking a shower behind a door in the ice machine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when I built that for it, it was in the lap of luxury.
Yep. It's amazing what you'll find is great when you don't have it.
Yeah, well, what about when the toilet went out in the bathroom? And I built you this outhouse out
Yeah,
here.
an outhouse.
And I put a regular toilet seat in there too. She was at like the Ritz-Carlton right there.
That's right.
Yeah. And actually, I didn't mind building the outhouse. I thought it was great. And I built it all out of repurposed material from a pole barn that we tore down when we moved out here.
And pallet wood.
Yeah, and it's
pallet
still
wood
there.
on the door.
I mean, the tin on there is from the roof, and you know, the boards that go around it, you know, is what was used to hold the tin up. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. How about that? Is that bringing back memories?
I still use that outhouse. That's not a memory.
Yeah, I know. I got to move it though. It's going to pull a Alaskan frontier job on me right now. You're gonna walk in there one day and you go, nope.
Nope.
You remember that show? That's funny. If you guys have watched Alaskan Frontier, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. What else we got here? I think that's probably
about all we can talk
we can
about.
just sit here and talk forever.
No, we can't. Oh, we got to go cook dinner.
Well, I know I can.
Okay, well, I can go and you can stay and talk.
No, I got to go record dinner.
Okay.
But I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna tell you about this duck. When this duck comes out, she better duck because I'll probably throw it at her.
He would never.
You don't think?
Ever.
I'll throw it out the door. I just want you to know I'm not looking forward to duck.
You made that clear.
Can I get kissed?
No, because you're being mean.
Okay. All right, let's go cook some duck.
All right. See you next time. Bye.